Ever wonder why you seem to attract the same type of people in relationships over and over again? This might sound like a riddle wrapped in an enigma, but in reality it's all about patterns. Yes, patterns, those intricate webs we weave in our lives. In the realm of relationships, patterns are like well-trodden paths. We find comfort in the familiar, even if it's not always the best for us. Our behaviors, our choices, they all form a part of these patterns. And sometimes these patterns are so deeply embedded that they operate from our unconscious mind, subtly influencing our actions and decisions. So when we repeatedly find ourselves in the company of similar personalities, it's this unconscious behavior at play, shaping our relationship dynamics. We are in essence casting the same net, expecting different fish. You might be stuck in what we call an attraction cycle, continuously drawing in similar types of personalities. And that, my friends, is just the beginning of the story. So, what's the psychological reasoning behind these patterns? Well, let's start by understanding that human beings are creatures of habit. We tend to gravitate towards what's familiar and comfortable. This is as true for our daily routines as it is for our relationships. The repeated patterns we see in our love lives are often a reflection of our deep-seated habits and preconceptions. Now let's delve a little deeper. Our past experiences and upbringing play a major role in shaping our preferences and behaviors in relationships. For instance, if we grew up in a home where communication was open and encouraged, we might seek partners who are communicative. Conversely, if we experienced neglect or abuse, we might unconsciously seek similar dynamics in our relationships, believing them to be the norm. These patterns are not necessarily bad. They're simply a reflection of our experiences, our learned behaviors, and our coping mechanisms. They're the psychological maps that guide us through the complex terrain of human connection. But here's the thing, while these maps may have served us in the past, they may not be serving us now. They can limit our experiences, keeping us stuck in a loop of attracting and being attracted to the same type of people. This is where the concept of attachment styles comes in. These are essentially blueprints of how we relate to others, formed during our earliest relationships with our caregivers. There are 4 primary attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and fearful avoidant. Each one has its own unique set of characteristics and behaviors in relationships. Understanding your own attachment style can provide valuable insights into why you keep attracting the same type of people. So to recap, our patterns in love are often a reflection of our past experiences, our learned behaviors, and our attachment styles. They're not necessarily bad, but they can limit our experiences and keep us stuck in a cycle. But here's the good news. These patterns are not set in stone. With awareness, understanding, and effort, we can change them. We can break the cycle. Our past shapes us, but it doesn't have to define our future relationships. So, how can you break out of this cycle and attract different types of people? Well, the key lies in self-awareness. Understanding your own patterns and behaviors is the first step in breaking the cycle. It's a bit like being stuck in a maze. Once you start recognizing the same turns and dead ends, you can begin to navigate a fresh route. Often, we fall into the trap of blaming others for our relationship woes, but it's essential to realize that the common denominator in all our relationships is, well, us. This isn't to say we're to blame, but rather we have the power to change things. Our actions, our responses, our choices, they all play a pivotal role in the types of people we attract and the relationships we form. Now, this is where it gets exciting. Once you understand your patterns, you can start to shake things up. Try new things. Step outside of your comfort zone. Embrace the unfamiliar. If you usually go for the charismatic extrovert, why not give the quiet, thoughtful introvert a chance? If you've always dated within your social circle, why not explore new circles, new environments? Remember, change is uncomfortable, but it's also the catalyst for growth. And growth, my dear listener, is exactly what we're after. Change your type, change your behavior, and you might just change your love life. Remember, you have the power to shape your relationships. We've journeyed through the attraction cycle, the psychology behind it, and how to break free. Reflect on your patterns and remember, changing your behavior can change your outcomes. You're not destined to repeat history. Change is in your hands. If you found this video insightful, give us a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Together, we can break the cycle.